So, let's talk about China. Just saying the word can make people nervous. You hear things, right? A country with 1 billion people, a government that sees everything, and rules that can feel like they're from a sci-fi movie. Some people whisper that it's the most sinful nation on earth, but what does that even mean? Are we talking about breaking ancient commandments, or is it something else entirely? Imagine your life is a video game, but instead of collecting gold coins, you're collecting social credit points. And instead of fighting dragons, you lose points for, wait for it, playing too many video games. Welcome to China's social credit system. Be a good citizen, pay your bills on time, donate to charity, follow traffic rules, and your score goes up. You might get sweet perks like cheaper loans, faster visa applications, and better hospital treatment. Sounds okay, right? But here's where it gets a little spicy. Run a red light, your score drops. Post a fake news story online, your score drops. Criticize the government, oh, you better believe your score plummets faster than a bad comedian at the Apollo. We're talking about being banned from buying plane or train tickets, having your kids barred from top schools, or even having your face and name plastered on a public billboard of shame. Picture this. You're driving through a massive modern city. It has everything. Gleaming skyscrapers, wide boulevards, beautiful parks, and sprawling apartment complexes. There's just one thing missing. People. These are China's ghost cities, giant urban developments built for millions that sit almost completely empty. It's like the world's biggest game of hide and seek, and everyone is winning. It's a strange paradox. A country with some of the most crowded cities on Earth also has some of the emptiest. But while some buildings stand empty, others are filled with a different kind of phantom, the hidden billionaire. The old saying, "The tallest nail gets hammered down," is very much alive. Let's talk about the internet. But in China, the internet is more like a carefully curated walled garden. It's called the Great Firewall. And it's one of the most sophisticated systems of online censorship in the world. Google, blocked. Facebook, blocked. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, blocked, and blocked. China doesn't have Google, but it has Baidu. It doesn't have Twitter, but it has Weibo. It doesn't have Amazon, but it has Alibaba and JD.com. You can do almost anything on a single app like WeChat. Chat with friends, pay your bills, order groceries, book a doctor's appointment, and file for divorce. Okay, maybe not that last one. Yet. If you think online dating is stressful, try this. Every weekend in parks across China, you'll find something straight out of another century, a marriage market. Hundreds of parents gather, armed with posters and umbrellas detailing their children's vital statistics. It's like a job fair, but for your love life. Male, born 1990, 180 centimeters tall, PhD, owns an apartment, car, seeks gentle girl. The pressure to marry is immense, especially for women. China has a chilling term for an unmarried woman over the age of 27. Shengnu, which translates to leftover woman. Yes, you heard that right, leftover woman. There are boyfriend rental services where a woman can hire a man to take home for the holidays to appease her parents. It's a temporary fix for a deep-seated cultural problem. Okay, brace yourselves because this section is a wild ride. We're talking about stories of gutter oil, literally oil recycled from sewers, filtered and resold to restaurants. There have been reports of fake eggs made from chemicals and plastic rice that doesn't cook, it melts. It's the kind of stuff that makes you want to pack your own lunch for the rest of your life. The most infamous case was the 2008 milk scandal, where melamine, an industrial chemical used to make plastics, was added to infant formula to make it seem higher in protein. It affected hundreds of thousands of babies and sent shockwaves of panic and outrage across the nation and the world. For decades, China had a reputation. It was the world's factory, the place you go to get things made cheaply, and it was the world's copy machine. The same city that was the capital of knockoffs, Shenzhen, has transformed into the Silicon Valley of hardware. It's now a global hub for tech innovation, home to giants like Huawei, Tencent, and DJI, the world's leading drone company. But as the nation hurtles toward the future, a growing number of its young people are deciding to do something shocking: hit the brakes. A quiet rebellion is brewing among China's youth. They are tired, they are burned out, and they are choosing to opt out. The movement is called Tang Ping, or lying flat. The government, as you can imagine, is not a fan. State media has condemned the movement as shameful and lazy. The phrase Tang Ping has been censored on the internet, and official channels promote positive stories of hard-working youths instead. But you can't censor a feeling. The burnout is real, and the sentiment continues to spread. We started this journey by asking if China is the most sinful nation on Earth. We've looked at social credit scores, ghost cities, digital firewalls, marriage markets, food scandals, and youth rebellions. It's easy to look at all this and pass judgment. It's easy to see a system of authoritarian control and label it as wrong, as sinful. But here's the final twist, the one that changes the entire picture. What if our definition of sin is just one perspective in a world of many? From a Western viewpoint which prizes individual liberty above all else, China's system can look like a nightmare. But from another perspective, the one held by the Chinese government and many of its citizens, the ultimate goal is not individual liberty, but collective stability and harmony. For a nation that has endured a century of humiliation, poverty and chaos, the highest virtue is order. The greatest sin is instability. The shocking truth isn't that China is sinful. The shocking truth is that China forces us to confront our own certainties. It challenges our definitions of freedom, progress and morality. It shows us that there isn't one universal path to modernity. The real urgency is not to judge China but to understand it. Because in a world that is more connected than ever, our futures are intertwined. And ignoring the reality of 1/5 of humanity isn't just ignorant, it might just be the biggest sin of all.